All around the globe, domestic violence is a common problem that is sometimes overlooked, especially in our region. It happens in relationships or marriages where one partner tries to overpower or assert control over another through verbal or psychological or physical violence. I decided to test the will of Bosnian citizens to meddle in and to stand up to this violence by conducting a few social experiments with some willing friends. In the clips, we are getting into a fight, which very quickly escalates into physical violence, and we hope to get a reaction.
Ponovo na mobitelu. Ponovo na mobitelu. Što ponovo na mobitelu? Jesam ti rekao da ne smiješ tako? Jesam li? Život! Ovo je zadnji put! Jel mi čuješ, ovo je zadnji put da tako nešto uradiš?
Ajde, date, riješite stvar na drugi način, nema na ulici.
Znamo priča vamo na mobitel, rekao sam im 100 milijuna puta.
Nemoj tako.
Right off the bat, we got a reaction. Two ladies standing next to us, they did nothing but look. But after about 15 seconds of the fight, two men approach us and try to calm the situation down. The next clip, however, wasn't that successful.
Jesam ti rekao 100 puta da ne smiješ. Jesam ti rekao. Rekao sam 100 puta da to ne radiš. Život više.
Samo mi šalje nešto.
Ne smiješ to raditi nikad, jel jasno? Jel jasno?
The target group in this take were families and young women going to the shopping mall. We played the script right in front of it, but people were just passing by and not reacting. I think it was because they didn't want to cause a larger scene, and I don't think that women wanted to cause an altercation with an already agitated man. I figured that men will most likely stand up to the men abusing here.
Opet na mobitelu.
Šta šaljem nešto?
Opet na mobitelu.
Šaljem nešto.
Pa s kim sad? Već sam ti rekao da je ovo zadnji put da možeš. Še daj ko vam. Rekao sam ti nemoš na mobitelu. Jel me slušaš? Halo? Znam, slušaj. Ne smiješ nikad više biti. Jel ti jasno? Jel jasno? Ti život.
Šaljem ja ni da nešto.
Voli me. Rekao sam ne može. Ti život. Halo. Rekao sam je 100 puta da ne smije.
Ja ne znam šta smije, šta ne smije, ali se polako, lagano. Sve će se kroz razgovor dogovoriti, molim vas. Nemojte se samo sukobiti, nemojte se svađati polako.
The two young men that approached started talking the abuser down instead of making any violent or impactful movements, even though, as we later found out, the man on the left was actually a Taekwondo master. He decided not to use force instantly, but instead tried to verbally calm the situation down. So one very common pattern of abuse seen in a violent relationship like this begins with a tension building phase, followed by the actual abusive act, and then a calm making up phase, often called the honeymoon phase. In this phase, most victims feel relieved, or they feel as if they have made the whole thing up, and usually go back to square one with their partner. This is sometimes the thing stopping abusive relationships from ending, but the other common issue though are if there are any children involved. Many children exposed to violence in home are also victims of physical violence later in their life. Children who also witness domestic violence or are victims of the abuse themselves are at serious risk for long-term physical and mental health problems like PTSD. Children who witness violence between parents may also be at a greater risk of being violent in their future relationships or tolerating that because they think it's normal. Parents may refuse to end the relationship because there are too many children to take care of, or either one of them is not in a stable financial relationship to take on a child. Here we have two brain scans, a healthy brain versus one with PTSD, which is very often an illness developed after intimate partner abuse. A person with PTSD has an overreactive fear sensor and an underreactive prefrontal cortex, which is used for rationality. This combo makes for a severe consequence which is hard to heal even long after the abuse has been dealt with. and it occurs in the victim and both the children involved. I was surprised to see citizens stepping in like this, because the topic of domestic abuse is often considered taboo in here. The people that did approach were mostly young adults though, so this signalizes a change for the better and a greater awareness for future generations. After asking why they stepped in, all of these people said that they just felt a need to meddle in because of their morality.